My name is Nick. This is my box. Today is August the 17th, the 17th day of Vlog every day in August 2014. And the question of the day is, what person would you want to go have a drink with who is dead? Now, presumably this implies that they are not in fact zombies, but they have come back to life for the day so that you could go actually have a drink with them. Now, that is a very complicated question, because there's a lot of dead people in this world. So, again, I kind of have to go back to yesterday. Who do you pick? Because there's so many different topics. How do you pick one person to reanimate for a day? And not even a day. I mean, we're talking just a drink. Just like a single drink. So you only have, 20 minutes, half an hour, tops. There are, in fact, a lot of historical figures that would be absolutely fascinating to meet. But I still have to go back to kind of what I was thinking yesterday, which was I'd probably want to meet someone that I was related to. I've done a lot of genealogy and that kind of stuff, so, I might want to meet some relative that I have that I never got a chance to meet, like my grandfathers. I never got to meet either one of them, and from the sounds of it, they're people that I probably would really enjoy meeting and talking to. Fascinating people. But if I had to pick just one, I would probably pick my great-great-grandfather, Pierre Caddy-Cisac. He's the first man on the Cisac side to come to the U.S. from France. So I'd like to find out a little bit more about him and see what made him decide to come to the U.S. and who his father was, who his brothers were. I'd like to find out more about that. It is an absolutely gorgeous night out tonight, which is kind of interesting because just a couple hours ago, I went for a walk and it was completely pouring rain and I got drenched. But you look outside now and you can almost not even tell that it rained at all. So I thought I'd go for another walk, a slightly less damp walk than the one I took before, because it's just gorgeous out. Someone's grilling. It smells really good. Maybe I shouldn't have had cereal for dinner tonight. So back in high school, history was by far my worst subject. I take that back. Actually, chemistry was my worst subject. And then following very closely was history. And I was never really interested in history. I didn't really see the point of researching all these dates and all these things that happened. But as I started looking at the family history as it related to US history or world history, it became far more interesting. Now, I'm not saying I have any relatives that you guys would have read about, but as I go back in history and take a look, they are in the history books. They are in newspaper articles. And being able to go back and read about kind of where I came from and where my ancestry came from, it's really quite fascinating. It certainly gives me a whole new respect for history and historians, that's for sure. Well, it's starting to get dark out, so I think I'm going to call it a night and head home. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being awesome.